Okay? This is one of the great things about being the mayor of this great borough of ours. Bear with me for a few minutes. It's well worth it. Whereas George Roselle was born on April 15, 1929 in Rahway, New Jersey. After graduation, enlisted in the United States Marine Corps and was trained as a rifleman. And whereas, after graduation of Camp Lejeune boot camp, while visiting his sister in Roselle Park, he met and began dating Catherine Schermento of Roselle Park. And whereas, George was assigned to the 1st and 2nd Division Fleet Marine Force Expeditionary Basic Combat Engineering Platoon, was promoted to the rank of corporal and engaged in the following battles: assault and seizure of Incheon, Korea, capture of securing of Seoul, Korea, capture and securing of Wonsan, Korea, capture and securing of Hangman, Korea, capture and securing of Chosin, Korea, operations against the enemy in the South and Central Korea. And whereas, for his actions in the after-format battles and engagements, George was promoted to sergeant and awarded the following: Korean Service Medal, Presidential Unit Citation, United States Service Medal. Upon his discharge, George was awarded the Honorable Discharge Medal and the Medal of Good Conduct, donating honest and faithful service in keeping with his highest tradition of the United States Marine Corps. Whereas, George was honored with discharge on August 29, 1952, and upon his return, he married Catherine and settled in a new home at 117 East Grant Avenue in Roselle Park. Whereas, George was employed by Hoffman & Coos Furniture Stores for approximately 50 years. He and Catherine raised 6 children. Made up for all those cold nights in Korea. I got little ones. Okay. When her family size reduced, they decided to move to a smaller house in Roselle Park and now reside at 400 West Webster Avenue. George retires and continues to this day to work as a refurnisher, often taking on small projects to help family and friends with damaged furniture and. Whereas, George is a member of the Church of the Assumption, retired men's group, and spends part of his week volunteering to clean the church and has needed help with small refurnishing projects. George continues to be a coach for the Special Olympics program where he spent over 30 years. Now, there before me, resolved that I, Carl Hokinson, Mayor, E4, Corporal, Marine Corps, on behalf of the Governor and the residents of the Borough of Roselle Park, was to recognize and said George Roselle for his service to the community, the country, and commitment and positive contributions and dedication to this community. Sir, I salute you. Family? Come on, guys. Come on. Come on. Come on here. Everybody, as Paul said, closer, got it. Stop, direct everybody.
Done with the beer?
Just a little.
Everybody?
small scratches, please.
Oh, you'll be here tomorrow.
I'm trying to keep you from doing homework. Recreation, anybody from recreation? Also park recreation? Where is he? I saw him. Where is he? Oh, there he is. John LaVista.
It's not good.
As much as we just honored Mr. Rusin, he's probably got maybe, Mr. Rusin's probably got about maybe 5 years on this guy as far as volunteer. Okay? How long we go back now? We go back, what, 70s? I'm just saying, oh, okay. Another great reason why I'm proud to be mayor. Okay? John LaVista and a few of the other guys going way back when started the Roselle Park Recreation Soccer. We had traveling, we had so many different things. And at one time we were scraping to get kids to play. And we've had as high as what, 400 to 500 now? Or well,
About two.
so he spent more time on the fields for our kids to play on, to coach, to supervise, and you see what we have today. Okay, Mr. Miller from the Board of Education. What we got, undefeated teams?
Yeah, the pink ladies up there.
Okay.
Stand
Oh,
up.
okay. Come on up. John was the seed. He planted it and it grew. Okay? As the programs progress, from the younger, by the time they get up to the middle school, by the time they get to the high school, okay. This is the reason why we have the sports that we do. This is the reason why, when I was on recreation with John, that the people were coming into us, the young people coming into Roselle Park, because they had a great recreation program. It was well run, it was well coached, it was safe, they took pride, and you see the aftermath. So, John, in recognition of more than 20 years of dedicated service to the Borough of Roselle Park and the recreation side, matter of fact, us, Joey and I, our kids used to play with John, and to tell you a funny story, my son would be sitting back like the goalie. He'd be talking with his daughter, and they'd be like, "Hey, there's a game going on." But it was fun. It was great, and you see the aftermath. So, John, thank you.
Okay, John, the mayor and council of the Borough of Roselle Park wish to express their sincere appreciation for your years of commitment and outstanding dedication to Roselle Park recreation and soccer. Thank you, John.
You don't want your picture taken?
No.
Come on, Mom.
All right.
Need a mirror.
Okay. For everybody that participated to do our clean communities, another great part that it's nice to see everybody get involved to keep Roselle Park clean, to keep it neat. So, do we have
The leaders?
the leaders?
The leaders come out?
I don't want to box any names. So, the leaders, you can call them out. Okay. You want to, Chris? Go ahead, just start there. Just
Claire Hemingway. Cassandra Cordero. Jessica Cordero. Lindsay Scarola. Grace Vita. Madison Gallo. Misty Vita. Mrs. Dudani. Tanisi Dudani. Phoebe Roche. Kathy Roche. Rachel Leon. Mattia Lingang. Shoria Shabra. Arya Shabra. Poonam Shabra. Felix Lingang. Sonia Lingang. Mrs. Naranjo. Mr. Naranjo. Roselle Naranjo. Sarah Leone. Miriam Leone. Sania Bakshi. Madeline Hemingway. Lillian Perez. Jalen Rosa. Logan Vita. Isabella Cutrafella. Sofia Rodriguez. Emilvia Rosa. John Cutrofello. Drew Bakshi. Deepa Bakshi. Virginia Perez. Marcy Rodriguez. Mrs. Christine Rotman. Mrs. Michelle Gallo. Mrs. Jessica Ortega. Alexis Rotman. Brooke Gallo. Mariah Ortega. Hannah Foy. Angela Leonardis. Jody Foy. Stephanie Leonardis.
Is that it? All right. Everybody. All right, guys.
Thank you very much.
All right, guys, back to homework. Thank you, guys.
Okay, I saw her going through that. I haven't seen anybody. I'm sure. I saw him then a couple days before. I saw him before. Congratulations, sir. Thanks. All that fun was there for a day. You stay here, stay here, stay here. Okay, thank you.
George, I dressed you up like a real lady. We got no meeting tomorrow. You want me to stop picking up donuts for you? I'll drop them off. Or you want to go? Thanks. All right. Can you drop them off down there?
Yeah. And then I just
Tomorrow?
so now I'm
Frank will make it. He's having a lot of problems with his wife.
Your family's good?
yeah, everybody's.
I would have been here earlier. I just got back. I traveled in and out of
My son should be home probably Friday. Yeah, Friday.
Well, Merry Christmas.
Into it, don't worry. Mio was Miola.
Yeah, that's what I am.
How are you, sir?
What are you doing here?
You'll see.
Oh, no, I'm already, I know that. Thanks, Josh.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks.
We're doing that weekend.
I know, sorry. Good to see you.
Cafferty?
I certainly will.
Catherine Cafferty outside? Kathy? Okay, Oreo? Mr. Shipley?
Somebody's got it.
All right, again, ladies and gentlemen, it's an honor and privilege that during the summer, there was a charity event involving the firefighters in Union to raise money to get scanners that we would use, our police department will be using to scan dogs and cats and any other animal to see if it's got a chip in it. That if it does, we can notify the owner right away, and if not, if we didn't have the scanner, sometimes if we would go down to the animal shelter after 6 days to get it digitized. So with that, the Iorio, Kathy from Tappan, and they did their all of that.
Mayor, we're going to use you as a test.
Okay.
It's going to bring in Martino, but we know there's an ordinance against that. The scanner that Roselle Park 24/7 is donating today is a culmination of help from Roselle 24/7, Kathy Lloyd and Doreen Ronaldo, who are the executive directors for Roselle 24/7, a 501c nonprofit, gave us the opportunity through Roselle Park 24/7 to raise funds. And in this particular case, one of our first initiatives was to raise money for a scanner for lost pets. And I think Kathy can explain one of the horror stories that happened as a result. But real quick, I'd just like to demonstrate it. We did try this out, and it does work. Simply put, if a dog or a cat is missing and the police department discovers it, the scanner is very simple. You press and drag. Now it's ready. It says ready. And then just pretend to take a hold like that. So you press and hold. Maybe you're holding too tight. So this happens. Oh, here we go. And then a number will come up on the scanner. Now, while this number is up here, one of the officers or someone can go on the internet, and there's instructions in the box, of a website that you can look up. It's a universal scanner. You can look up the pet's owners. By putting in that number, you press enter. All the information comes up. It gives you a phone number that the officer can call. They call up, they find out who the owner is and the contact information. And literally, we tested this the other night, and it took us 5 minutes between scanning the dog, between calling up the pet company, and finding out whose pet it was or it is. We encourage everyone to check your chips, because one thing I did discover while scanning, the chip was put in many years ago, in 2009 at a Pet Appreciation Day in Roselle Park. And I didn't realize my information was old. So we're also encouraging people to check the information they have with their chipped animals to make sure it's up to date. He's giving me the mic because he knows after the first he's going to have the mic. Anyway, one of the things that we're doing in collaboration with Dr. Sweeney, who owns a mobile pet hospital, a mobile pet unit, she and with the help of volunteers, we're going to conduct a chipping event to not only chip pets, to provide that service to residents, but to also showcase the scanning abilities that the police department will have. One of the horror stories Kathy will explain is what happened in Roselle with a lost pet. Kathy?
That's what this whole idea to pass. In Roselle, we used the Linden Shelter, which got closed down a year ago. Right before they were closed down, we had a family who had a pet, had never been gotten out ever. And one time, the mailman left the gate open, and they weren't home. The pet got lost on a Friday. The animal shelter never scanned the pet. It went into Monday morning. They went back for the second time and said, I see my dog's leash there, you have it. They admitted at that point that it was at Rahway Animal Hospital and still refused to let the animal hospital know they were on their way. By the time the family got there, they put the dog down 5 minutes before he got there. And I realized that there has to be an easier way. With my news organization, they're always contacting people who lost pets up, but there has to be a way. The police officers are constantly contacting people who put animals up, and we fear this is an easier way. If we can just, if someone finds a dog, I carry leashes in my car, I find them all the time, because I volunteer for a pet rescue organization. But if we can just give it to the officer, have them scan it and take it around the corner, it's less stress on your pet, it's less stress on the family, and it's and it's a lot less work for the police department because they don't have to house this dog until animal control can get there. So that was our idea, just to do something to bring that to pass. And lastly, one last thing, I want to thank Mayor Hoganson for at the hockey tournament being brave enough to walk out on the ice and drop that puck on the first day. The second day, Mayor D'Antero did it, and that was pretty scary. I was afraid to walk into it myself, so thank you for that. Oh, yes, and Dave Hoffman from Climax Brewery, who started the first fundraiser for us for this. We did a little event at his brewery, and people loved the idea and were chipping in, and then from there we went on to the hockey tournament. We'll be going to some more hockey tournaments in the spring probably for something else that we decide is going to be one of our next projects. And that's it. Thank you.
There you go.
Just on behalf of the police department, I'd like to thank Patrick and Roselle Park for your donation. This is something that we certainly will use and put to good use. And to thank Councilman Shipley and former Mayor York for your work. Thank you. Thank you very much.
And folks, it does work. Just last week, there was an article in the paper that there was a dog out in California that they scanned and they found the owner 6 years later that lived in like down south. So they do work. So again, that's up to you, the pet owner, to make sure that your animal does have the chip put in. This time, we'll do the reports of the council, and this time, I have third ward, so we'll be starting with the fourth ward tonight, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Good evening, everyone. Happy holiday. I wish everyone happy holiday. Please, if you drink, drive carefully, be responsible this season and the holidays. So this is my advice, actually. And I wish all the residents happy holiday. Number two is the Casano Center. We have our Christmas holiday today. It went very good, great party. Thanks to Ruben, he did a great job. I'd like to thank Councilwoman Charlene Story for her donation, Gingerbread House. I'd like to thank also Maxine for her good job actually during the event and her hard work. That would be my report for today. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Fifth ward council, Mr. Tappan.
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, everyone. Not too much to report. Just happy that between Laurel and West Colfax down to Larch, the pavement's complete. As we know, the road was kind of bumpy there, so I'm just happy that everything looks great over there. That'd be it here, Mayor. Thank you.
Councilwoman at Large, Charlene Story, please.
Thank you, Mayor. Not too much from me either. We had the Friends of the Library drew their 50-50 a week ago Tuesday, and the winner took home $738. So that was a very nice amount of money. So next time it comes around, remember to get your tickets. Other than that, last night was the meeting of the Library Board of Trustees, and just to confirm, as we've done in past years, there will be a cut in hours toward the end of the year. So the library is closed the 31st and January 1st for New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. So December 28th, 29th, Thursday, and 30th, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, the library will be closing at 5. So if you need to get in there before 5. And that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilwoman. First ward, the old please.
Thank you, Mayor. Since the last meeting, Rotary Club had a pancake breakfast at the Methodist Church on the corner of Chestnut Street. Very well attended. I bought a Christmas wreath there. They were selling like hotcakes. And I saw the children across the street decorating the tree with their own little ornaments, the smaller tree. And they did a better job than the DPW did with our tree. It's my opinion.
Oh, that was all the brownies. That was all the Girl Scouts. Brownies, Girl Scouts. Yeah.
On the December the 10th, I attended the Chamber of Commerce Business Town Hall meeting they had here. First one. I think it was well attended. It must have been about 30 people. all businesses, they were very interested in getting this chamber off the ground. I think in 2016, it's going to take off. If it does, I intend to be there to help the businesses with whatever they need and whatever I can give them. I don't know what I can do to help them, but if there's something, I'll be there for them. It's my job as the first ward councilman, and if they are willing, I will be willing. Just want to state that for the record. On December 11th, we had a beautiful Christmas tree lighting. It was well attended. Must have been about 400 people there from what I saw. We ran out of hot chocolate, from what I was told at the Casano Center afterwards. The mayor ran out of hot chocolate cups. He donated them all. I'd like to thank him for that. I was sorry I wasn't able to attend the Municipal Land Use Board. I had other function that evening. But last but not least, or not last, if you look up here in the front, I have my sample storks. They are temporary for residents of the First Ward and for the rest of the borough if I don't have anybody in my ward needing them at the time. I've been in touch with the high school, the superintendent, and the high school principal, Mrs. Costa. Her and I are going to get together after the Christmas break, of course, because the kids are doing something there. I don't know what maybe they're doing testing or something just before the holidays. We're going to be in touch with the arts department and the wood shop. They're going to make us a Roselle Park stork about 6 to 8 feet tall. I intend to get 2 or 3 of them. I won't put them up there because they'll be taller than the mayor, so I'll put them on the side up here. And anybody in the borough wishing to show off that they have a new birth of a child, I would really like to have them on TV 34. I like to make a big deal about it. And last but not least, the United States has the firstborn child every year. I mean, there's something like January 1st at midnight plus 2 seconds is always a child born somewhere in the United States. They make it a big deal on the radio when they announce it on the TV. Well, I would like to have something like that for Roselle Park. Not just for the First Ward, even though I'm partial. I would like to have the Vital Statistics Department find out who had a child, bring the mama in here and the nice daddy, and give them some kind of a recognition. I'm sorry that they didn't make the 2015 cutoff of the tax break, but I'll give them something for 2016. I want to give them something like a mom, some kind of gift card for Toys R Us, maybe a $100 gift card for Vinhouse down the street because it's in the First Ward. I'll get something out of that. And I'm doing this out of my own pocket. Now, if the town wants to continue it, I will call this the first annual Roselle Park childbirth test. I really never thought about doing something like this, but it was an idea my wife and I threw around, and I figured it was worth doing to show that we here in Roselle Park, we love the community, and I want to see more children. I'm not encouraging people to have more children, just telling them if they're going to have them, Roselle Park's a good place to have them. And it might not sound very good. I wish everyone a happy Christmas and happy New Year's. And for all the other faiths, I wish I could say happy holidays, but I can't other than Italian. So I'll say Buon Natale. And that will conclude my report, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Second word, Mr. Joe Petrosky, please.
Thank you, Mayor. On the 9th of December, I attended the recreation meeting. Soccer is, they have over 350 kids signed up for indoor soccer, and they closed registration. Basketball, they're still accepting applications, mainly at the middle school level. They're short-handed there, so you can sign up for basketball still. I want to let the Roselle Park Youth Baseball League will be sending out their application for sign up for the 2016 season. It should be going out right after the first of the year. The Girl Scouts, to let everyone know, they cleaned up 49 bags of garbage. You know, so they did a great job. My brother, unfortunately, couldn't make it tonight, so but it was 49 bags of garbage. I commend John LaVista for a great job that he did with soccer. Like the mayor said before, when our kids played together, you know, it was a lot of fun, but John did a great job running the soccer program. And I also commend Mr. Rusin, you know, for him being honored tonight also. On the 11th, I attended the Christmas tree lighting. And again, like Eugene said, it was a big turnout, and the music was great also. And then on the 14th, I attended the land use meeting, and just to let everyone know, on the 21st, there will be another land use meeting. If you need to get a hold of me, you can get me at jpetrosky@rosellepark.net. My phone number is 908-666-7821. I hope everyone that is the Jewish faith had a happy Hanukkah. I want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and also a happy holiday. And that concludes my report.
Mr. Mayor, I forgot to mention I also attended December 11th, the Christmas tree holiday with my family. Well attended, and I'd like to thank all the volunteers on this day.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Councilman Petrosky. Third Ward Councilman Ryan Kelly, please.
Thank you, Mayor. It's been said Christmas tree lighting was wonderful. I was thoroughly impressed. And as Councilman Amrosky said, thank you to the volunteers. I think you also mentioned something as well as far as holiday parties and drinking and driving. I've got my holiday party tomorrow at work. We'll certainly be taking an Uber home. So I definitely suggest that to everybody else as well. As far as all the certifications tonight, great to have everybody in here. Kind of picks up the energy in the room. Certainly woke me up after a long commute home. And I'm not even sure if Mr. LaVista remembers me, but myself and my two older sisters all came up through the program. I wasn't very good, but I had a great time. My sisters probably were able to beat me, but again, everything that was said tonight about Mr. LaVista and building up the program, certainly true. And I do have one matter for closed session, First Aid Squad contract negotiations, and that would include my report, Mayor.
Okay, thank you. I'm just going to repeat a lot of stuff that was said tonight. Back on Saturday, December 5th, I attended also the Rotary Club pancake breakfast that day. And I had the honor of taking the picture with four living mayors. Bob Zalarsky was there, former Mayor Joe Diario was there, former Mayor Joe Carter was there, myself was there. Hopefully, maybe next year at the pancake we can get Helen Ryan and whoever else is there to do it. But they did a great job. A lot of the vendors were there. It was very good. Later that night, I attended the wrestling dinner on Roselle Park High School, the wrestling club, John Ranieri, senior and junior. Great turnout for the wrestling program. That helps. That dinner that night helps with the wrestling programs, you know, for our kids. It was very nice. As you heard back on Thursday, December 10th, we had about 40 people here for the first Chamber of Commerce, like a little get-together. I've already getting a lot of buzz over it. I've also spoke to our director of the Casano Center for next year's car shows, that maybe we can institute the car shows with the businesses, bring it up a little bit, advertise, you know, the businesses and so forth and so on. So it's going well. Like I told you, we need the businesses, and the businesses need to know. I need to know what's going on. This council needs to know what's going on, that we can sit down and talk things out, that we can get rid of this unfriendly business atmosphere and say, hey, you know, we got a great recreational program. You know, we're 37th in the state, so let's get this going, and it's still going well. As you all heard about the Christmas tree lighting on the 11th, it was well attended. Again, I'd like to thank Mr. Jim Vigliotti. For like 54 years he's been singing. The Roselle Park Middle School Handbell Choir, the Robert Gordon School Choir, Aldine School Choir, the Roselle Park High School, our Ariana, Montana, Mr. Thos Shipley. I also, a lot of it goes back to the Roselle Park PBA, Fire Department, First Aid Squad, the DPW, our Board of Education, the Borough of Roselle Park, the Roselle Park Community Center Association, the Roselle Park Education Center, the Roselle Park PBA. The Roselle Park PBA picked up the tab for the gifts that were given out to the children at night. So congratulations to the Roselle Park PBA. One of our local businesses, Dunkin' Donuts, they supplied all the hot chocolate, all the donuts, the cookies, the donuts, free of charge. So I appreciate that. Dowling's Pub, they did they had the singer that once the ceremony was ended, they kept singing. So these are the things. Oh, and Delicious Pierogies up on Chestnut and Lincoln Avenue was another big supporter of the event that night. So I'd like to thank Mr. Claus and Mrs. Claus that were there that night, and the fire department for showing Santa where it was. As you heard on Monday, December 14th, we had the Municipal Land Use Board. 3 of the items that were on the agenda were passed. The 21st is another special meeting for the Municipal Land Use Board. It will be discussing the redevelopment area, which is up on West Westfield Avenue, which we're calling the Old Demontes property. Okay, so that will be on the 21st. Last night, on Tuesday, I attended the Board of Health meeting right here at 5 o'clock. If anybody needs to know anything, the minutes will be available. Just a couple of quick notes. Due to the upcoming next week, vegetation pickup will be town-wide on Thursday. It won't be East End on Wednesday, West End on... The whole town will be picked up because of the Christmas holiday. The following week, New Year's holiday, it will also be town-wide pickup on Thursday. So, after today, next week will be next Thursday, and the following week will be next Thursday. So that'll be the vegetation pickup to the town-wide borough. I'd also like to thank the fire department, police department for donating to the Church of the Assumption and to the Gisano, along with Councilwoman Story and a few others, for the upcoming season. Believe it or not, folks, the numbers between Thanksgiving and now they've risen. Okay, so if you have it in your heart, food pantries are still open. At this time, I have nothing else. I wish everybody a Merry Christmas, Happy Holiday, whatever denomination. So that's that.
Mr. Mayor?
Yes, sir.
I'd like to say one more thing, if I may. A lot of people call me on my personal cell phone, and I would appreciate if they could call me on the borough cell phone. And I know I don't give it out enough, so maybe that's the reason why they find me in the phone book. So my phone number is 908-666-7824. So if you have any business, you can contact me on the borough phone instead of my personal phone. I would really appreciate that. Thank you.
Mr. Blum, anything?
Thank you, Mayor. First and foremost, I'd like to request our annual year-end wrap-up meeting. Looking for December 30th. I know normally we do that one around 6 p.m. I know that's a Wednesday, Is that good for everybody to have?
Good.
Good. We'll have the clerk advertise that for us. Thank you. Just to let everybody know, we did have the online auction this afternoon, which are our resolutions 338, 339, and 340. With those auctions, with your approval, we will be able to have roughly an annual savings of about $12,000 between the three. And that concludes my report at this time, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, just forget that, I'm looking at my book when you said the 30th. I'm having my final meet and greet on Monday night, December 28th from 6 to 8 o'clock at Costa's. That'll be my final meet and greet for the year, and I'll be starting them up again in March of 2016. So, meet and greet, 6 to 8, Monday, 28th. Madam Clerk.
I received a flyer from the New Jersey League of Municipalities regarding the orientation for municipal officials that are newly elected, re-elected, or experienced. There's a seminar January 9th, which is a Saturday, 8:30 to 3:30 p.m. at the Renaissance Meadowlands Hotel, 801 Rutherford Avenue in Rutherford. If anyone is interested, please email me and I will register you. If you could email me by Monday, since it's January 9th, I'd like to try to get the voucher in as soon as possible to make sure that it's not sold out. The second item I have is the Mayor and Council passed a resolution 30715 authorizing a contract with L&J Towing. The resolution states it's a one-year contract. Your ordinance clearly states that the fee and the term is a 2-year contract. But I cannot, in good faith, I took an oath of office to impartially, justly perform my duties. Due to the prior history with this term, I cannot issue a license for the borough. Well, that's all I have, Mayor.
Okay.
Mayor, may I make a motion that we could do a revote on it? No. We can't make it. Maybe we could make a...
Yeah, you could.
So we could... Everybody second it. Just avoid any...
Councilman Mike, this is some clarification. The motion to... What's the motion?
To reconsider the vote, and maybe we could eliminate legal issues that might...
Well, let me ask you a question first. If the vote was for 1 year, and the ordinance is for 2 years, was the vote valid to begin with?
It's 2 years in code, and the fees established for a 2-year term.
The vote would again against the code. It was a valid vote, but the contract would have been improper, so it's something that needed some type of clarification by the council as to what you want to do.
Or to avoid any possible legal issues coming down, I would like to maybe want to talk about this in closed, or you want to take a vote on it now?
What do we need to do? We need to take a revote?
Well, I think the councilman is making a motion. I'm not sure if it's to reconsider, a motion to deny. I'm not sure exactly the word.
Make a motion to reconsider. Reconsider this vote, so maybe we can stop everything in its tracks before it gets into the legal end. If someone wishes to.
A motion has been made. I don't know if it's on a second as of yet.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Story, a motion to reconsider, just so I understand what we're on. Is this a motion to reconsider an agreement to let them tow? Yes. Okay. So, Councilwoman Story.
I'm sorry, I'm a little confused. Am I voting on reconsidering it, or am I voting on doing it?
I'm making motion that we could reconsider the whole issue.
So you're making a motion that we vote on whether L&J Towing should get this?
Yes.
Reconsider resolution 30715.
Yes.
So I'm voting on the resolution, not on reconsidering it.
No, you're voting on reconsidering
Right.
30715 to, I'm assuming now, just so I understand, whether or not to award a contract to L&J Towing to tow in the borough of Roselle.
Correct.
All right.
No.
No. No. Councilman Kelly.
So what are we voting on?
Whether or not you're awarding a contract to L&J Towing to tow for the borough of Roselle Park.
Madam Clerk, just a
My interpretation was that to
for
reconsider.
council. The reconsider would be to reopen the issue.
I don't know. I would just say.
Councilman, if you could just clarify your motion, just because I think there's a little confusion.
Being that this could go into a legal battle and we could end up in Trenton, I would like to make a motion that we reconsider the contract entirely and not allow them to tow, so we don't have to do all this back and forth to Trenton.
So it's a motion to deny the prior approval.
Yes. We could nip this in the bud now, so that's all.
So the motion is if you vote, you're voting to deny the contract. So you will either vote yes to deny it or no not to deny it.
All right, then can I,
Okay, so
can I
let's
start
try that
over?
again.
I'm sorry.
Okay, I want to vote to deny the contract.
Okay, so
So that would be
yes,
yes
motion
or
to
no.
deny the contract is yes. Councilman Kelly. Motion to deny the contract.
Being that the issue is, this moving quickly and we want to make sure we, get all our ducks in a row, I think it would make more sense to just, discuss why we're doing so. Why we want to reconsider or any issues, just so myself and the rest of the council can make an educated decision as to previously we had passed it and now we're looking to reconsider that, which is fine. So I just think that would possibly be a better approach. So, Borough Attorney, I don't know is it possible for me to make a motion to amend his motion?
No, you didn't.
I'd like to amend it so we can sit back, discuss it, find out why people want to deny or award or what the issue is, and then we can make an educated decision on it.
Right now it goes into effect January 1. As it stands.
I don't have my phone with me for the date, but it is December 17th. We still have time.
Where are we going? We got a motion and a second.
There was a motion, there was a second. There really should have been some, before the vote should have taken, there should have been time for question debate if you have any questions, Councilman. So if you have questions, that should have been done before the vote was taken. So if you have any questions that you would like answered now, or are you asking that it be tabled to, I guess, the 30th? So for the research to be done?
Yeah, I think if that's an easier approach than me, amending any motion or anything like that, I'd make a motion on the table so we at least have a discussion. Because I don't see the point in passing it now, denying it, which is fine either way we go, but, we should at least have a conversation about it as to why.
And understand why.
Right, just so we don't revisit this, January 4th or 7th, whenever the next regularly scheduled meeting is.
Well, L&J isn't going anywhere. If we reconsider it, we can always bring it back in January, February. He can come on whatever that time is after it's all been.
I personally would like to get it settled down.
I can still make a motion to table it. I'd make a motion to table it then, just so we can make an educated decision.
Motion first.
Okay, so now,
Normally,
Councilman Kelly.
Clerk, if I can interrupt for 1 second, I apologize. Mayor, normally that'd be correct, but there is a motion to table the vote on the motion. So Councilman Kelly's motion is decided first.
I'll second.
Okay, now we're going back to the motion to table the original motion. Councilwoman Stewart.
No.
Councilman Kelly.
Yes.
Councilman Rossi.
No.
Councilman Miola.
No.
Councilman Petrosky.
Yes.
Councilman Templeton.
No.
4 votes in the negative. That motion to table was denied, so we're back to the motion
Main motion.
to deny.
pick up with me, right?
Well, let's start. Councilwoman Story is a no. Councilman Kevin.
Well, wait a minute.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, your motion to deny is a yes.
Sir, if we'd like to for 1 second, and I do apologize. After the motion was made, there will be time for debating the issue, talking about the issue. Councilman, if you have any questions that you want to raise now, or encourage, you can do that now.
And so,
any member of the day, it's not just Councilman.
I guess just, and I guess just to be fair, since Councilman Beal had brought it up, I guess, and then I do know you highlighted the reason, but what are the reasons that I should vote no here, or you're looking to?
There's history, and I don't want it to get out of hand, and I don't want to have to run back and forth to Trenton, and I don't want it to get ugly. So I would like to just stop it now, resolve it, and then come back again, and then we can pass it later on. It isn't like this after we resolve it, we'll never have an opportunity to apply for the towing position in the borough again. But under a cloud, it looks suspicious.
Should be a closed session.
Okay. Well, I mean, based off of that, Councilman Miola, and I guess kind of my original motion to table it, I guess voting yes to deny the contract is what I would be doing. So if I vote yes to deny it, I guess I would still have the same result or logic I was using to get it off the table now, sit back, figure it out. So I think, that can't hurt. So I'm voting to deny the contract for now so we can revisit it and have a discussion as to what we're doing moving forward here.
It's yes.
Yes.
Councilman El Rossi,
Yes to deny.
Councilman Miola,
Yes.
Councilman Petrovsky,
No.
and Councilman Templeton.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 votes in the affirmative, 1 in the negative, motion passed.
Okay, we'll bring it up at a later date. Madam Clerk?
That's it for me.
Okay. I see we have our DeSanto Director, Mr. Ruben Shaw.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I want to begin with thanking the Roselle Park residents, Church of Methodist, Ms. Colleen, Mr. Phillips, Roselle Park Library, American Legion, Roselle Garden School, Middle School, High School, the Roselle Park PBA, the Fire Department, the Democratic Committee, Roselle Park 24/7, Girl Scouts, Mr. Mayor Hawkinson, Council President Charlene Story, Mr. Klaus Shipley, and Mr. Joe Diario for donating the food to the food pantry. We have made more than 28 holiday baskets, and thanks to Maxine and Council President for helping out, and also thank you, Charlie, for delivering it to the residents who had no transportation. Also, thank you, Mayor Hawkinson, for donating the 4,000 cups to support our events and to have free coffee and at the center. I would like to thank DPW as well for decorating the Kasana Community Center, the outside, and it came at the right time. So thank you, DPW, for that. On December 2nd, we had the seniors decorating the tree inside the Kasana Center. I'm sure most of you guys have seen the tree inside the center. It looks beautiful. December the 8th, we had the senior going to the Aldine School for the holiday party. It was from 1 to 2:30, and they served the coffee and the light refreshment. On the December 11th, or prior to December 11th, December 9th, we had the Girl Scouts who had decorated the small tree. They call it as an angel tree on the gazebo park, and that came out really good. And Santa had his chair right up there, and we were taking pictures up there. It came out pretty good. Thank you, Jen, for taking pictures and posting on Facebook. Thank you so much. On the December 11th, we had close to 1,000 people at the ceremony. It was fantastic. Thank you, Roselle Park High School. Thank you, Middle School, Robert Gordon, Aldine School, Ariana, Mr. Shipley, for donating your time, and also Mr. W for setting up the system at the ceremony. That was a big help. Also, I would like to thank the PBA for the gifts, and Dunkin' Donuts for the coffee, hot chocolate, donuts, muffins, cookies, and munchkins. And also thanks to Darling Irish Pub for providing the live music by Ryan. On December 15th, we are having, December 15th and 23rd, the Girl Scouts are having a Christmas party at the Casano Center. It's going to be 6 o'clock. So, also, today we had the Christmas party as well. We had close to 60 seniors who came to the center and enjoyed the live music. Unfortunately, Guitaro 5000 could not make it because he was hospitalized, so we had a backup. He did an okay job, but Guitaro 5000 promised that he will make it up for next time, and that he will not going to charge anything for it. BAPS is having their regular meetings on December 18th, and the Indo-American Senior Citizen, they're having their meetings on December 6th and 20th. Roselle Park Girl Scouts will be continue having their meetings on every Monday and Wednesdays, and Girl Scout leaders will be having their meetings on December 3rd. Well, I'm sorry. Center will be closed on December 24th and 25th for the holiday, and January 1st for the New Year's. We're going to be starting Zumba from January onwards. It's going to be Monday and Thursday from 7 to 8 p.m. Zumba classes are free for Roselle Park residents only. And we are also looking for instructors for Zumba Gold and the line dancing. Again, I want to thank Mayor Carl Hawkinson, Council President Charlotte Story, Councilman Joe Petrowski, Councilman Rich Templeton, Councilman Eugene, for attending the events and staying till the end and help clean up and whatnot. Thank you so much. I'd like to thank all the departments again and all the volunteers who has helped me out on the events for volunteering, decorating, serving food, setting up tables, tablecloths, the whole 9 yards. Thank you for that, and I would like to thank Bill, Christine, and Krista for being a great team. I'd like to wish everybody a happy holiday, Merry Christmas, and happy, healthy, and wealthy New Year. Thank you.
Any questions to the director?
I don't have a question, I just have a statement to say. Since you've been involved in the Casano Center, it's evolved into something far greater than I even thought it could have been. This is 2015, I could just imagine what 2016 is going to be with you there. And I take my hat off to you, sir.
Wait till you see his budget request.
Thank you, sir. Have a good night.
Thank you. Ms. Pat Butler. Our historian.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor and members of council. Shipley, good to see you. I'd like to present my annual report for the Roselle Park Museum and the Roselle Park Historical Society for 2015. It is 6 pages long, but I made each of you a copy. I'm just going to go over all the details quickly with you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Here are just some of my accomplishments since being appointed town historian in January of 2015. I cataloged, documented, and filed over 30 boxes filled with clippings and historical data. I created more of a welcoming environment to the museum, purchasing shades to make the museum look more attractive to outsiders and to protect the artifacts from the sun. I planted flowers and shrubs in the empty planter. I purchased a flat-screen 32-inch HD TV, which opened up the room for more display space, and initiated a movie time on Saturdays to showcase some of the wonderful historic videotapes filmed by Nick Pagnetti with a cabinet and a plaque to commemorate all his accomplishments. I purchased a 35mm digital camera to record photography and document town-wide events. I created a website page with a Facebook connection to entice residents to our museum and its artifacts. And those Facebook pages are Roselle Park Historical Society or Roselle Park Museum. So if all of you would like to like it, that would be great. I encouraged a member to launch a Friends of the Roselle Park Museum Facebook page for membership and fundraising. I created a design for a t-shirt to advertise the Roselle Park Historical Society, and many of us wore it at the Memorial Day Parade. Membership status. In 2000, there were 15 members. In July of 2015, there were 61. As of December 14th, we have 84 members, 30 lifetime and 54 regular members of the Historical Society. Every Saturday, our staff of volunteers encourage conversations with our visitors. We take trips down memory lane with reminiscences by residents that remember why they moved here to Roselle Park. This generates research questions sometimes for inquiries and provides information that we have gaps in the museum collection archives. So we sometimes find out much information from that. Our volunteer members conduct oral interviews, which have answered many questions and have updated facts for us. Members also attend Roselle Park reunion events to further conversations and obtain information for further research. Programs and activities. Our first program of the year was with Bill Froelich with his slides of Elizabethtown. And then on March 22nd, we toasted Pat Pagnetti, current Vice President and the Grand Dam of Roselle Park, on our 114th birthday celebration of the borough with a special dinner at Vintage Restaurant. With the help of Joe DiOrio, we were able to commemorate all her wonderful accomplishments with the Historical Society over many, many years. In June, Charlene and Greg Story presented a wonderful D-Day program at the museum. During the summer, we had a traveling museum exhibit at the Cassano Center. And in October, trustee Bob Kluge presented A Hobby and a Journey, information on stocks and collectible bonds at the Roselle Park Memorial Library. We're starting to go off-site sometimes because sometimes we just need more room. We hosted a very successful 4 Centuries weekend this year at the Roselle Park Museum, which saw an increased attendance over the last year. And our new exhibit is the 100th anniversary of the Roselle Park PBA and the Roselle Park Police Department. In December, we hosted our annual pizza party to thank all our volunteer members who contribute so much of their time to preserve and protect our heritage. Donations for the museum included the Historical Society donated $50 to the Roselle Park PBA to place an ad advertising the museum in their 100th anniversary book. And we also donated a $200 amount in a scholarship to a student at the high school who exhibits outstanding qualities of citizenship and community involvement. Workshops and networking. I attended 5 grant workshops this year. As of yet, I have not applied for any workshops that I attend any grants from those workshops, but I intend to pursue these for next year, so they're on my list. I networked with many local historical societies by becoming a member at my own expense. And this has enabled me to share resources and ideas with other historians and other society presidents. It's really very valuable. We held our elections in November, and our new officers for 2016 are Pat Butler, President, Kim Powers, Vice President, Jackie Graydell, Recording Secretary, Joe Butler, Treasurer, and our trustees, Gary Augustine, Dan Petrosky, and Maxine Podolsky. In January, we will begin to discuss ways to improve our Roselle Park Historical Society and to continue to preserve our goals and visions for our museum. Much help is needed by all our members. So if you are a member, please consider donating some time to help us as we move forward through 2016. And if you have not done so already, please join the Roselle Park Historical Society. Regular membership is still $2 a year, and lifetime membership is $25. Thank you, everyone, and Happy New Year. I have copies for all of you.
Questions?
Yes.
You had, when you first walked in the door, a statue, a plaque of, was it a baseball or football or soccer?
Oh, yes. We've uncovered some wonderful archival items in the museum. But I'm not going to tell you about Eugene. You have to come in and see it. We're open on Saturday, 10 to 1.
I saw it. It's just, I think it needs to be
Don't
preserved.
kill the ending. Don't kill the ending because I didn't see it.
I would like to have it refurnished to its new, pristine, and if it takes a collection, I'd like to start that.
Oh, thank you so much. But I have to tell you, with some archival things, it's sometimes better to leave it alone. I'll tell you why. I went down to Galloping Hill Road and I started to clean off our monument down there just a little bit. Because, some of the soot from cars driving by over years have left the letters kind of hard to read. And I just kind of just gently went with the toothpick. And I had, researched this and talked to people who've done it already. You have to be really careful. And sometimes you don't want to touch it too much because it sometimes, defaces it. And sometimes old is good.
Yeah.
But thank you. I appreciate it.
No argument out of me.
Any other questions? I have reports for all of
I
you.
just want to say thank you for growing the membership so dramatically, and for getting us open on Saturdays so that people can get into the museum.
Oh, you're welcome. It's been a lot of fun. So I'm thinking for our 115th anniversary of our borough, March 22nd, we're going to be 115 years old. I would like to have 115 members in the Historical Society. So if you're not a member now, and I know who you are, $2 will do it. And a lifetime membership would be great. And anyone else who is interested, we have a lot of fun on Saturdays from 10 to 1. Come on down and see us.
It's doable. It's doable, definitely.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Give my regards to your husband and pray for
Joe's coming
You're
back.
going to see it tomorrow night.
Okay. All right. Okay, at this time, can I have a motion to approve the reports of the departments?
Mayor, I would like to make a motion to approve the reports of departments.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, at this time, may I have a motion to open the meeting to the public, please?
Mayor, I would like to make a motion to open the public portion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, at this time, the meeting is open to the public. Anyone wishing to come up to speak, please come up, give your name and address.
Jacob McGarrett, 612 Sheridan Avenue, Roselle Park. Ladies and gentlemen of the audience, viewing audience, members of council, Mr. Mayor Hokuson, good evening. some quick adjustments. There were about 40 adults and 20 children before, and approximately 35 didn't show up, and now we have 18. And listen, I counted 999 people Saturday, Friday.
If I had a cubic doll, I'd give it to you.
Okay.
Okay.
You can do it next time.
Okay.
Mr. Mayor Hokerson, are you still on the Animal Control Board?
Yes, I am.
Thank you. Will there be recycling next week?
Should be. What, are you talking vegetation or
No.
plastic and cardboard?
Cardboard, etc.
Yeah.
Vegetation, I know there's a holiday, but will we have
Saturday on
recycling?
Wednesday.
Just had it.
The week after.
We just had it,
Yes,
so it'll
all
be 2 weeks.
Okay, just asking out loud.
That's no problem.
And I'd like to wish everyone a Merry Christmas, a Feliz Navidad, Kawaya, and whoever's celebrating from the heart and from the mind. Christmas is of the body, of the soul. Now we'll get some nitty-gritty here. Will someone explain Resolution 33115? Resolution 33215. Mr. Syrian just had a $5,000 increase. Now he's looking for another $10,000? Something that man. For the Borough Chief Financial Officer, Resolution 33515. We had a leftover of $250,000. Hello?
You want your answer now?
Would you be so kind enough on this one?
On this one, sir.
Okay.
This is a transfer resolution. We cut off spending on December 3rd to ensure we have funds available to move some money around that was needed in other areas of the budget.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Resolution 33815, authorizing the purchase of electricity supply services, lighting. What is that about?
That's what I just explained in my report section. That's an online auction we did.
Oh,
We did it 2 years ago.
I heard auction.
The contracts are coming up, so we had it again today. And roughly, I said we will be saving between the three about an annual savings of $12,000.
That's all?
That's all.
And the last meeting for the year will be December 30th?
Wrap up meeting, yes.
Wrap up meeting December 30th at 6 p.m.
6 p.m. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen in the audience, viewing audience, members of council, Mr. Mayor Hoferson, good evening.
One more thing.
It's a clock.
I don't know.
It's a clock that only goes to 7 minutes. I don't want to take away from the councilwoman's thunder.
Thank you, Councilwoman Labarge. I'll say thank you.
The sardines. Anchovies. Anchovies.
Something new.
Saul Kears and 150 Berwyn Street. I'm just going to go through the resolutions first. 328, 15. Perhaps you should change the word hourly to annual, because that's a pretty good hourly salary at $37,000. And I guess my serious question, well, my other question is, does this equate to the original hourly rate or to the one that was amended?
No, this is now going to be, this is a union position, so this is per the union contract. This is a full-time position now.
So you won't get overtime?
It's a union position.
What's that mean to me?
There will be, there's no paid overtime. If he's called in after hours, he is given comp time as per the contract.
Okay, thank you.
Well, we can adjust his hours.
Thank you. Number 330, 15. I thought we had done this already.
I can help you on that one. Yes, we just did it last meeting. That was the state of New Jersey contract. This is the Union County contract. The Union County contract is a different vendor, a little better pricing. But we do not want to rescind the other one due to 2 separate vendors and the shortage of salt in the previous years, so we're covered.
So you're doing both?
Protecting ourselves.
Right, you're doing both. Thank you. For 331, just because, and I guess 332 in combination, it usually says an amount not to exceed. I guess it's just, since it's been exceeded, I guess it is an amount to be exceeded. So, I'm just wondering, because sometimes it is put in there, and sometimes it isn't. Just, does no one know why?
Just so you know, 331 is new. 332 is being amended.
Right, but shouldn't that also be not to be exceeding $10,000? Just saying. Personal preference. Right. Thank you. To Councilman, through the chair, to my Councilman Miola. I don't know. I thought birthplaces, are they still in the city that you live, or is it actually in the city that you're born?
City that you're born, according to official.
Right. So, like, if you're born at the Elizabeth Hospital, that's your birthplace. If you're born at home in Roselle Park, maybe it's our hospital. Be a midwife. And with regard to, not to get in anything but protocol, the LNJ, shouldn't that be, since it was, instead of denied, shouldn't that be rescinded, that previous resolution?
Correct.
So are we going to have a resolution that rescinds that at the end? There should be 330, I guess it should be 341, 15, right?
You're correct, sir.
Anything new with the flagpoles?
The engineer did get the documentation from the clerk's office.
Okay.
It was sent to DOT. Tom did check with him last week, and he's still waiting for them to confirm. But they have everything for approval. We're just waiting for final approval.
2016, the year of the flags. Thank you very much.
Are they going to be green?
The flag?
No, poles.
Sorry. Okay, and just one, because it really did hurt me. It was a great event, the Christmas tree lighting. But when we went, the first row had seniors in them, and I believe they came from the bus. And then the seniors were moved to the back, and then a new row came up, and it said reserved. And basically nobody sat there. So these wonderful senior women were sitting there going, okay.
There was a miscommunication. Okay. Those seats were for the council people and dignitaries.
But
the senior citizens took them over, so that's why we sat and got more chairs.
Yeah, but shouldn't the seniors be in front of the council people?
Hopefully.
Because our councilman should be behind us all the time. No, but seriously, I mean, I just thought, because I'm not saying anything about anyone's weight, but we're much taller. Most of the council people are taller than these wonderful senior women who were just sitting there going, I can't see anything.
It was like, yes, that was for dignitaries that was supposed to be from the county and so forth and so on. And so, oops, So,
Okay.
let them stay, and then we can send the DPW, go get some more chairs for, the dig.
But then they were sitting on the street, lower than the lawn.
Well, next year we'll,
Maybe we should make them sit up front.
Yeah.
Get their lawn. Thank you. Thank you.
anyone else wishing to come up to speak, please come up and state your name and address.
Jen Jaskula, 830 Chestnut Street.
I'm sorry, what's your name?
Jen Jaskula, 830 Chestnut. Just in following with the Christmas tree lighting, something that we used to have in Roselle Park that the children, everybody really enjoyed was our Christmas and/or holiday parade. I'd like to propose that we bring it back and start to work January 1st to bring it back for December of 2016. Maybe we can get a committee together and just make it work.
Fine with me.
Well, where would they march?
I'm just saying, excuse me. It also has to be discussed at budget time also,
That's fine.
which will be starting very shortly. Right after the first of the year, we'll be talking
Well,
budget.
that's why I thought maybe we bring it up now. We can start to look to put a little bit of funds towards it. I know that was an issue. In previous years, it alternated. One year it started at Sherman School and went down East Lincoln to Chestnut, down Chestnut to in front of the gazebo. The other year, it started over at the Church of Assumption, went down, is that Clay? I'm really bad with the names.
Clay.
Clay, sorry. And up and around and up Chestnut with the reviewing stand right at the gazebo. The Girl Scouts, the Boy Scouts performed, the PTAs and other groups put together floats. And it made for a really good community event and brought the community together. And it's kind of been missing.
Was this done on a weekend or during?
It's done on Saturday, usually the first Saturday of December.
That's a wonderful, wonderful idea.
You know, it starts the season, the whole holiday season. I just finished through what I do for a living, but I was in Nutley for theirs, and it was amazing to watch how much of the town came out and the kids enjoyed. You know, Santa coming in. It's just a good way to start the whole season and bring the community back.
Don't go away.
I'm not leaving, I'm here.
I'd just like to personally thank you for your donations that the borough received.
Oh, that was from my office, yeah, sorry.
Yeah. I just want to say thank you, and hopefully that they'll be up and out early, so.
Well, I just hope that everybody will help decorate downtown next year, because you haven't seen what's in the crates yet. Is there snowmen?
They're still down there?
I believe the snowmen are still at the DPW, but there's also probably about half a dozen snowmen in those crates.
Okay, all right.
You just have to figure out how to hang them.
No problem.
Okay.
Thank you.
So maybe if you reach out, we can figure out how to get the parade. I've got a bunch of moms that are, you know, women that are willing to do it.
Okay.
Okay?
Come to a budget meeting and make that presentation.
Let me know when they are. Send me an email. You guys know how to find me. Okay.
Thank you. Anyone else wishing to speak, please come up and speak. What's ever on your mind? Councilwoman? All right, seeing no one, I'd like to make a motion to close the public portion of the meeting.
Mayor, I would like to make a motion to close the public portion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. All right, this time all matters listed are considered to be routine and non-commercial. Oh, those, oh, yeah. I got so much ink here. Oh, I'm sorry. Madam Clerk. Councilwoman at Large Story, can I please have a motion that the bills and payrolls be not read and passed for payment, please?
Mayor, I'd like to make a motion that bills and payrolls be not read and passed for payment.
Second.
All in Aye. Okay. Now I do this, right? Yep. Okay, thank you. All matters listed are considered to be routine and non-controversial by council and will be approved by one motion. There will be no separate discussion of these items unless a member of the governing body so requests, in which case the item will be removed from the consent agenda and considered in its normal sequence on the agenda as part of the general orders. Madam Clerk, could you please start with Resolution 321-15, and I think we have to go down to 341 now. 341 is the rescinding of the other ordinance. We did 341? Oh, yeah, but then we...
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so...
321.15, authorizing change order number 1 in the amount of a decrease of $750 for the project proposed fire alarm system to Premier Security. 322.15, accepting construction and authorizing final payment for Premier Security in the amount of $723.40 for the project proposed fire alarm system. 323.15, authorizing change order number 1 in the amount of a decrease of $4,580.47 for the project improvements to Seton Avenue to Cifelli and Sons General Contracting, Inc. 324.15, accepting construction and authorizing final payment to Cifelli and Sons General Contracting in the amount of $28,509.67 for the project improvements to Seton Avenue. 325.15, authorizing the holdover of appointed positions until Organizational Day 2016, which is January 7th. 326.15, accepting the donation of PET scanners to the Roselle Park Police Department from Roselle Park 24/7. 327.15, appointing Michael Peterson to the Casano Center Committee for a term to expire December 31st, 2017. 328.15, appointing Peter Piccarelli to the position of Deputy Code Enforcement Officer. 329.15, approving the submission of Year 42 Community Development Grant application. 330.15, authorizing the purchase of rock salt pursuant to Union County Cooperative Purchasing Program Agreement. 331.15, appointing Joseph Bauman, Jr. of the firm McManaman, Scotland & Bauman, LLC, 75 Livingston Avenue, Roseland, New Jersey, 07068, to perform the services as a special counsel for the area in need of redevelopment. He will be the lawyer for that area in need of development, Block 314, Lots 6 through 12, and Lot 14, in the amount of $10,000. 332.15 is increasing the professional service contract to Jeff Serenian, Esquire, in the amount of $10,000, and the question was why? Is there more money? We're going to be going before Judge Cassidy in February. There is a notice that's going to appear in the paper soon, and we had to retain them again, or they had additional services to provide a service to the borough to go before Judge Cassidy. That should allow us to extend our deed where we will be unable to be sued until 2025 instead of 2018. 330.
Can you just clarify what you mean by the word sue? It's a builder's remedy?
Yes, and the builder...
Things start thinking,
right.
Tripping.
No. It will prevent anyone from bringing forth a builder's remedy lawsuit before the borough. Currently, our deed is up until 2018. This will extend it to 2025 if we're successful. And Betsy McKenzie has recommended extending. So that is helping the borough tremendously.
Thank you, Madam Clerk.
333.15, awarding the contract to H&H Renovations LLC in the amount of $20,000 for the project Roselle Park Home Improvement Program Case RB 17, Block 1107, Lot 110, which is 127 Pershing Avenue. 334.15, authorizing the treasurer to issue checks totaling $66,173.87 payable to tax lien investors for redemption of 2 tax sale certificates and checks totaling from the tax collector's premium account. 335.15, transfer resolution. 336.15, appointment of referees for the Roselle Park recreational indoor soccer season. 337.15, appointing Ben Scotty to the position of part-time plumbing subcode official plumbing inspector effective January 4, 2016. 338.15, authorizing the purchase of electricity supply services lighting for public use on an online auction website. 339.15, authorizing the purchase of electricity supply services main load for public use on an online auction website. 340.15, authorizing the purchase of natural gas supply services for public use on an online auction website. 341.15 was the one that was voted on to reconsider and rescind the motion of the prior resolution, which is whatever number it was. I don't have it in front of me, but I will. 305, I believe it was, and that was denying the license. 307, sorry. Thank you.
All right. This time, does any member wish to pull any of the resolutions?
I'd like to pull 337.15.
Anyone else? All right, I'd like to pull 325 and 331. Yes. All right, 325, authorizing the holdover of appointed positions until organization date 2016. Well, 2016, I'm going to be relying on the chair people, committees, to give you the names of who wants to be getting reappointed. I'm not going to get into the he say, she say again. So if anybody's out there on a committee, please notify your chairperson that yes, you'd like to be reappointed. No, you do not want to be reappointed. And if that's the case, come 2016, let me know what vacancies are open, and we will work to fulfill them. I need it before the reorg meeting. How about December 31st? Okay, all the committee people, chair people, liaisons, whatever. If there's a committee, and there's people need to be appointed or reappointed or wants to stay on, I'm delegating the authority to the chairperson or the committee chair, or the committee chair or whatever. You get back to me saying, yes, this person's staying on, no, they're not staying on, or we have an opening, whatever. Okay? 331-15, this is, the attorney is appointed to work with the Municipal Land Use Board, and once the developer is appointed to redo that area, the expertise is needed for that while it's going on. So that's the reason why this attorney was hired, because his expertise is strictly redevelopment, and he will be working closely with the Municipal Land Use Board and the developer once that is appointed. Councilwoman Story, 337-15.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, I did not see this on the preliminary agenda, and I would just like some discussion as to why this person is qualified for this.
He's highly qualified for recommendations throughout the area from the professionals that we already have working for us. He's a local resident. He is willing to, he's right there for us when we need him. The professionals that we have here in our construction department gave him a highly recommendation. So it was discussed with the chair of the committee, and he brought it forward today to be appointed.
Okay, so we've talked to his past employers, so on and so forth?
Yeah.
For the record, it wasn't an easy decision. I thought about it and I considered that he's a local man and he came highly recommended. And I considered it and came up with a decision, and I hope that I was correct. And only time will tell. But I'm willing to give him a try, and I wish the man who's presently doing it. Good luck in the future. But
Well, I have to say, I mean, I've heard no complaints, or no one has told me any complaints about the current person, and we sort of have done that with other people when the person who has been filling in has worked out well, we've kept them, and that's why I was surprised that we were not doing that in this case.
All right. Would it be all right if if we put them all back on the consent and take one vote? Or you want everybody?
Yeah, I like that separate, thank you.
All right. Okay, Madam Clerk, can you please go from 321 to 324, 326 to 330, 332 to 336, 338, 341, please. Need a motion?
For the consent agenda,
I would like to make a motion to pass the consent agenda, excluding 325.15, 331.15, and 337.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, I would like...
25.
Mr. Mayor, I would like to make a motion to pass Resolution 325.15.
second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Mr. Mayor, I would like to make a motion to pass Resolution 331-15.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Mr. Mayor, I would like to present a motion to pass 337.15. What? Well, wait. I can make the motion even though I'm going to vote. Okay.
We went through this last time.
Okay, here we are again. All right. 337.15.
Second.
Okay. How about an individual roll call, please?
Councilwoman Story?
No.
Councilman Kelly?
Yes.
Councilman El Marassi?
No.
Councilman Miola?
Yes.
Councilman Petrosky?
Yes.
Councilman Templeton?
Yes.
4 votes in the affirmative, 2 in the negative, motion passed unanimously.
Okay, thank you. This time matters to refer over to committee or council. Closed.
Mayor, I didn't have anything to refer to committee, but rather than bring it up during the resolutions, I guess I just want to make it simple. I wanted to make the motion to amend the previously adopted motion 300-15. It was from the December 3rd meeting. That was the one as far as council members and electronic devices. During the council meeting, I'd like to amend it just to include all borough officials. And the reason being just because in the spirit of which was written, it explicitly states that mayor and council having cell phones may lead to the perception that we're not paying attention or that we're receiving information or whatever the case may be, examples of bad government. So I think if we are going to abide by this, we should do it right and include all borough officials, just to be completely transparent and just to put the most effort to Resolution 300-15. So just those, only making a motion to amend Resolution 300-15 to include all borough officials.
Is that including the clerk?
Yes,
All
so that
borough
would be all
officials.
borough officials, CFO,
That leaves
borough
one
attorney, borough engineer.
I didn't say that. I just said,
Everybody up here. I need a second.
Second.
And Madam Clerk, will you take a roll call?
Okay, Councilwoman Story?
Yes.
Councilman Kelly?
Yes.
Councilman El Marassi?
Yes.
Councilman Miola?
Yes.
Councilman Petrosky?
Yes.
And Councilman Templeton?
Yes.
Okay, motion passed. 5 o'clock.
Okay.
Mr. Majeri, can you borrow his? Never mind,
Okay.
the clock.
As well. Borough of Roselle Park which discuss matters which were described in the New Jersey Open Public Meeting Sunshine Law. Whereas the general nature of the subjects to be discussed in closed session are.
Yes, Mayor, there are two. I believe there's a possible contract negotiations for first aid squad and a possible lawsuit against the Casano Center. I believe the director has indicated to me previously that there's a possible lawsuit involved in the Casano Center.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Whereas, when the time and circumstances under which times have been discussed in closed session will be disclosed to the public at a future time. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the mayor and council of the Borough of Roselle Park adjourn the open portion of the meeting and open the closed portion of the meeting discussed in closed session.
Mayor, I would like to make a motion to go into closed session.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this time we're in closed session. All right, ladies and gentlemen, going into closed session, there was 3 items to discuss. Okay, and we'll turn it over to Attorney Mr. Huxford, please.
Thank you, Mayor. The 2 matters that were described before the meeting closed session was possible litigation involving the Casano Center and contract negotiations involving first aid squad. No resolution on those 2 matters. The 3rd item popped up in our close. It's possible litigation involving the fire department. No resolution on that matter.
Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to, I would like to make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.